This is Carney. So, I'm here to pose the idea of a yearbook collection for League of Legends characters. As in, who would be the best personality, the prom queen, the best dressed, most athletic? And I think that best dressed would definitely go to Arcade Sona. Because I've seen so many awesome Arcade Sona cosplays. They're fantastic. The Arcade Hecarim skin is also probably a runner-up. He would definitely get an honorable mention. For best personality, I'd say it definitely goes to Jinx, who is always so excited. And how can someone go into battle with that many guns and not be stylish? Or personable, at least. I think that the most likely to take over the world would definitely go to Swain. Now, I say this because he's a master tactician, and I think that the skin, the Northern Front Swain, would go really cool with characters like Sejuani and Glacial Olaf and Volibear, and him charging into war to take over the world makes perfect sense to me. So, either him or Singed with some awesome potion, of course. Now, the special nominees for Prom Queen and King were a first pick for me. Didn't even have to think about it. Prom King this year goes to Heimerdinger. Because, dude, if anybody can rock hair like that and get away with it, you're on my team, buddy. As well, I really like how many turrets, how he just sits in lanes and makes turrets. What a guy. So for Queen, Prom Queen this year goes to Winter Wonder Lula. Lulu. Lula? What? Okay, so Lulu with Winter Wonder skin is the best ever. Because everyone loves Poro. Poro's fantastic. And to have Poro as your support when you're AD carrying, it just makes the game better. It makes it more happy to be around. So, of course, she's prom queen. So, the other categories are going to be most banned, which right now goes to Kassadin, and most consistent, which goes to Annie, and also for a runner-up, it's definitely going to be Ashe, and the special category is most underappreciated, which goes to Kog'Maw, Bulimic Artillery. So, there was talk about doing a live-action League of Legends movie, and what I think would be awesome is if they cast Morgan Freeman as Ryze. He would just go around lecturing Lucian, and he would be played by Lawrence Fishburne, the guy who plays Morpheus. And so the back and forth between that would be great. And I guess you'd get Johnny Depp to play Gangplank. That would be really cool. I would also put, like, Hugh Jackman as Graves. It would be perfect. You know it. And the announcer could totally be Charlie Sheen. And he could say things like, look at that team. They're all a bunch of warlocks. Or, that Udyr totally has tiger blood. I think Neil Patrick Harris should probably be Ezreal, because there's nobody that could do it better. You belong in a museum. So this movie is obviously still in the works. I'm sure that they could pick any of the characters, but it'd be kind of hard to focus on all of them. So, I'm not really applying for any of the roles for the movie, but I'll gladly give you my impressions. One moment. So, I'm going to do an impersonation of Jinx. Time for Jinx? Hey, Fishbones. What are we gonna do now? What do we ought to do today? Laundry, pay some bills, wash the dishes. I don't know why I even asked you. Stupid rocket launcher. Gotta die sometime. So, I also have another one that I've worked on since I've been playing her for a really long time, which is Annie. Do you want to play too? It'll be fun. Have you seen my bear Tibbers? That's Paul. She's really cute. I had my hair pink for a really long time, so I sort of have an affinity for that. As does Riot, I noticed. They really like having characters with pink hair a lot. I'm happy that Jinx has blue. Might have died its match. So, I wanted to bring up a few things myself that I like to talk about when I discuss with other players League, which is relatively frequently. One thing that I really like about League is the dichotomy between the different classes of characters. Now, there are characters from the Void, and there are characters from Vandal City, and they have a very obviously different aesthetic. Riot has done a very good job at creating a cohesive world that characters like uh, Misfortune can exist, as well as characters like Fizz, and yet keeping it on a believable plane. One of the very stark examples of this, I believe it actually to be a direct foil, is between the Void and Vandal City, because what comes out of the Void is Kassadin and Malthazar and Kog'Maw and Vel'Koz, which is pretty cool. Now, something that I learned recently about this is that so Malthazar actually has to make human sacrifices, like to the Void, and there was one time that Kassadin tried to stop him, and Malthazar tricks Kassadin into sacrificing his daughter for a human sacrifice. So, pretty grimdark. But in contrast to that, there's a side that's also kawaii, like really cute, which, Vandal City. All of the Yordles. Heimerdinger is becoming a Yordle in the next design, which I think is cool. But I understand that Teemo is a killing machine who can turn off emotion, but it feels like I'm not gonna be half as intimidated by a blow dart as a creature that will come in and devour your nightmares. But I feel like Riot has done a really good job in putting it all together. And I really enjoy playing with a team because I really like the cohesion between LoL players. The experience is what I think makes it. And another thing that I like about LoL is that you can play whatever kind of role that you want. So say you had a bad day and you really want to like jumpstart your ego, you can play ADC and you can get a pentakill or a quad kill. Or if you just want to help your friends get better and do as best you can to help the team, you can play support. Or you can play you can jungle and gank a lot. Anyway, I get a lot out of this game and I really enjoy it. And I hope I've answered all of your questions and I hope to hear back from you soon.